Busuya Endra NewsFile. Mami bi osi oye law lecturer. Ekushia Dennis Miracle Aboagye on NewsFile. Ne busuya. Send Dennis a ono nye lawyer ni no. Esti schooling mami no ye lawyer ni ne busuya. Ese woni ensa o ka kire video no. Eni ye hwe video ni mbra na wi a. Ebedi hu kom.
Now I read Article 31(1) of the Constitution, and it says that the President may, acting in accordance with the advice of the Council of State. That's where I end. So if I read everything, it says, the President may, acting in accordance with the advice of the Council of State, by proclamation published in the Gazette, declare that a state of emergency exists in Ghana or in any part of Ghana for the purposes of the provisions of this Constitution. The highlighting words for me are acting in accordance with the advice of the Council of State. When those words are used in the Constitution, the advice of the Council of State is binding on the President. So he cannot proceed without. If the Council of State says no, he can't proceed.
Yeah, but I mean, he has to start.
He may start.
Yeah.
He may consult. Yeah. It is when the words use that in consultation with, then he has to start. Yeah. But if you ask me, reading the Constitution, actually nothing stops the Council of State from starting.
How?
Because it is in accordance with their advice. So if they say this is our advice.
Right. No. I mean, Council, this one. Listen, I'm not a lawyer, but this one.
Yes, you are not a lawyer. So stay out of it.
I won't.
Please. Miracles, when you were making your presentation, I didn't interrupt.
No, but I'm just making a point.
No, don't make it. Let me make my point.
The executive.
No, let me make my point. So as I was saying,
in protection of the state. But in doing that, there are processes they will go through.
It says acting in accordance with.
Yeah.
The English word there is acting in accordance with. When they say act in accordance with something, what does it mean?
It doesn't mean the person starts it. You would initiate it.
No. Oh.
Council of State cannot get up and write and say we are advising you to. They may, but that is not how the process will be triggered.
Okay. You've answered the question, so they may, and that's the point I was making.
Please, Mr. Aboagye, I don't do that.
I so don't do that. And Mr. Aboagye, it's important for me to make that you actually said what I said. That nothing stops the Council of State from saying that we think this. They may. You said they may.
No, I didn't say that.
You said they may.
I am saying that throughout the Constitution, there are several actions that require parliamentary approval and Council of State approval. But the onus lies with the executive to go and seek for those approval. You can't turn it around. Yeah. Nobody will be allowed to mislead us on that course. You can't turn it around.
A minute each.
So, Council, you see,
we need to go on a break now.
The only thing any lawyer has over me is the proceedings in court and the processes. Otherwise, you have nothing else on me. As for the proceedings, how to file your motions, those things, yes. But the thing is black and white. You see, Article 31, President can even declare the state of emergency before he goes to Parliament. It is here. The President may, acting in accordance with the advice of Council of State.
You just mentioned Council of State.
Oh, I beg you.
You just mentioned Council of State. 30 seconds, go on, relax. Yeah, so don't
Council,
misinform the public. You did that to me, so I would.
Can you stop me so I go on? The President may, acting in accordance with the advice of Council of State, by proclamation published in the Gazette, declare that a state of emergency exists in Ghana or any part of Ghana for the purposes of provision of this Constitution. Then it says, notwithstanding any provision of this article where a proclamation is published under clause 1 of this article, the President shall place immediately before Parliament the facts and circumstances leading to the declaration of state of emergency. Finally, Parliament shall, within 72 hours after being so notified, decide whether the proclamation should remain in force
or not,
or should be revoked. And the President shall act in accordance with the decision of Parliament. What these three things I've read simply mean is that the President may go to the Council of State for advice. If they advise him against it, he can ignore it. Because that one, the Supreme Court has already ruled that the President doesn't have to work with the advice. Then he would go ahead to declare the state of emergency. Now, when he declares it, at the time he's declaring the state of emergency, he doesn't require parliamentary approval. After he has gazetted the state of emergency and is in force, he has within 72 hours to go to Parliament for approval or ratification. At that point is when Parliament can decide that the state of emergency you have established or implemented can stay, or we think you should revoke it. Please, let's not do this to our public. This is black and white.
Okay.
This is not courtroom law.
Thank you.
One with Dennis Miracle Aboagye, special aid to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. and Director of Communications, the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign team, or the a so-called law lecturer. Now, one with the Mamma no oye, or both defense. Now, one with some of them person with deceive you on say offer constitution na already article na on reading in now, or be ready a little portion beer, and the unknown person or cano echo. And my many crown real face, I can say the word may optional. So you can say, oh, you may talk to this person, it is not compulsory, it is optional. You can decide to talk to the person or not, because the authority, the power has been invested in you. So if you like, you may consult the person. If you like, you will not consult the person. But the woman was trying to mislead people and don't you know, on reading now on what the constitution is saying about at the end of account, and that's how they operate. So when you meet Miracle Dennis Aboagye on NewsFile or any show like this, many are doing so your lawyer name to the lawyer now law no question school be dada no, because who did law no ton chen neka brofo ne de obi ate brofo na se e ka brofo kwa de a obi ate brofo ase bia no nka betimi lawyer hwe Dennis Miracle Aboagye akwana bintu.
Yeah, so guys, so today too, the NDC dared me to mention names of companies that was established under the 1D1F. And I'm going to do that. They told me to mention only 2, but I'm not going to mention only 2. I'm going to mention more than that. And we want them, the NDC, to also provide us names of companies that they also helped to establish in Ghana here, aside selling them for churches to be built. 1, Ekonfi Fruit and Juices Limited. We all know it was the first company that was established. 2 is Narobi's Rubber Factory in Dompenwasa East District, Western Region, commissioned in 2001, and it engages over 1,200 farmers indirectly, okay, and taking in about 8 tons a day, with plans to expand to 6 tons per hour, okay. And we have APPED Cylinder Factory in Ewusu Senya West, commissioned in 2022. It produces LPG cylinders of 6 kg and 15 kg sizes, with an installed capacity of 4,000 to 5,000 cylinders per day. At the moment, it produces around 2,000 daily, employing 250 people, and expected to reach 500 jobs at full capacity. Okay? That is 3. Now 4, Atlantic Life Sciences Limited at Ningo Pram. It's a pharmaceutical company. We all know Nana went and commissioned it in 2022. And now we also have Spring and Bolt Company Limited in Kumasi. And 6, we have Boris B Farms in Echima, Nwabeja North District in Ashanti region. Okay, this is just 6 I'm giving. Okay, I'm reserving the rest for the next day. So now the NDC should tell us what they also did. They should give us companies that they opened, okay, in their past 8 years that they were in government. It's not about noise, it's about facts, and we'll continue giving the facts, so follow me.